Welcome to Peak to Profit, where each week we share practical and tactical guidance to help you lead a profitable business. I'm Jennifer Drago, award-winning strategist and business coach. I help businesses develop a laser-focused strategy and roadmap for business growth so that they can earn more, work fewer hours, and amplify their impact. Today, I want to talk about accountability. Business coach Brian Moran says that accountability is the most misunderstood concept in life, and I think I might agree with him. In fact, accountability most often has a negative perception because we have been conditioned to think about accountability as a stick instead of a carrot. People often talk about holding others accountable, especially in business situations. We want better results, we craft a plan, but then there's no follow-through on the plan. We look around and we want to place blame or offer excuses. She didn't complete her task, so I couldn't do what I was supposed to do. The economic downturn made this priority an impossible task. When things don't go as planned, you may hear someone in management say, we need to do a better job of holding people accountable. But accountability doesn't work that way. Here are 3 truths to know about accountability. The first thing is, you can't hold someone accountable. Accountability is the ability for each person to own their own actions and results, regardless of the circumstances. In fact, you can't hold someone else accountable if they're not accountable to themselves. It's kind of a shocking discovery to some, especially those who manage others, but let that sink in for a moment. You can't make someone do something that they're not accountable to themselves to do. I think we know that, right? Have you ever managed an employee and tried to motivate them when they were unwilling to do the work that you needed? It's like trying to push a boulder uphill. Have you ever tried to convince a loved one to take better care of themselves, to eat better, or to get some exercise? If they aren't accountable to themselves for those behaviors, will they happen? Maybe once or twice your persuasion may help, but in the long term, these behaviors won't stick until the person becomes accountable to themselves. The second truth about accountability is that you can't find it externally. People often look for accountability in all the wrong places or use external reasons as an excuse not to take ownership of an issue. They're constantly waiting for the economy to pick up, the housing market to turn around, or any other external factor that they can't control. The common theme here is that someone or something else is always the cause of their failure. So that means that person is not being accountable to themselves from the beginning. But what this causes is a victim mentality, which becomes so destructive to one's mental health because they ultimately feel hopeless to change their own circumstances. Do you know someone like this? Or perhaps it sounds really familiar because you're falling into these traps? Stay with me because I have the cure for this situation. The third and final truth about accountability is that true accountability is self-accountability. Instead of looking externally and waiting for things to change and improve, instead of waiting for others to make things better, we have to take ownership of what situation we are in and be able to take action from that point. Do you want to grow your business but you haven't made the time to craft a strategy to do so? Do you have a strategy but you're letting less important tasks get in the way of taking more important actions? Do you want to take control of your health but you claim you're too busy in your business to eat well and exercise? Do you need to prioritize your family or other relationships but you're burying yourself in work to avoid the tough discussions or issues? It's easy to blame others or to blame external circumstances for a situation, or use excuses to avoid taking hard action. It's easy to waste time and energy imagining what we could achieve if the world around us were different. The truth is that the only things we can control are our own thinking and our own actions. As a business coach, it is shocking to me how common it is for people not to honor the commitments that they make to themselves. As a coach, we help people set goals for their lives and their businesses. These are commitments that they are making to themselves to take action on areas that they deem as important. It can be their health, it can be building their business, it can be improving their own self-confidence or their self-image. The most common challenge that I see from clients is not honoring the commitments they make to themselves. And as a coach, I have to call people out when I see this and help them get back on course. What am I teaching when I do this? Self-accountability. Accountability can be incredibly empowering when we remember that we are in control of everything that happens in our life by taking ownership of our own thinking and our own actions. Everything changes when you understand that true accountability is about taking ownership of your choices. To be successful, you must develop the mental honesty and courage to own your thinking, your actions, and the results. Accountability allows you to gain control of your life and to reach your full potential. So once we take ownership of our thinking and our actions, we're training our muscle of self-accountability. So it actually becomes stronger over time, and our focus shifts from defending our actions to learning from them. Failures simply become feedback in the ongoing process of becoming excellent. Failing is learning and growing. So there will always be roadblocks and setbacks in any worthwhile endeavor, and it's easy to use them as excuses. Certain circumstances beyond your control may derail you, and you may face insurmountable obstacles that no one in their right mind would expect you to overcome. But is it time that you stop making excuses and letting those things stand between you and the life or business that you want to have? Let's remember the 3 truths. 1, you can't hold others accountable. 2, you can't look externally for accountability. 3, true accountability is self-accountability. And your action takeaway from today's segment is to become more self-accountable in your life and your business. Think of one way you can do so and implement it today. Self-accountability is like a muscle that will grow as you practice and use it. If you would like to create a laser-focused strategy and roadmap for your business growth, or if you want someone to help you be more accountable to yourself, I can help. Schedule a free strategy session to discuss how I can do this at my website, peaktoprofit.com. I hope this segment has helped you consider and improve your own accountability. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.